Hey guys, it's me, G-Man. Welcome to my podcast, right here on Griffin Radio. Enjoy! Hey there, Griffins. You're listening to G-Man on Griffin Radio. Whatever you're doing around the world in this quarantine life, thank you for tuning in. If you have not already done so, please subscribe and turn on post notifications by hitting the bell there at the bottom. We moved all of our content to YouTube for now, temporarily, and recorded programs on the TuneIn app. Smash that like button for more content and comment below your name and where you're from so that you can get a shout out from me. Hey guys, what's up, and welcome to the Quarantine Life with G-Man right here on Griffin Radio. This is my fourth podcast. Can you believe that? It's been a while since I have done a solo podcast. I wanted to focus more on other content within our radio station. So I've been producing music shows for you guys. And if you haven't listened to that, you could always tune into the TuneIn app that we have on Griffin Radio. So if you haven't downloaded that app, you can. It's free. Search Griffin Radio once you download the TuneIn app, and you'll be able to listen to us for free. Anytime, anywhere, as long as you have Wi-Fi. And what we do and what we have planned is what's called Student Saturdays. So in this case, you'll be hearing all of our content in one day. So every Saturday when you tune in to Griffin Radio on the TuneIn app, you'll be able to listen to all of our content. Not just mine, but others as well here at our team at Griffin Radio from Grossmont College. And it's a very exciting time. It is. I listened to my first music podcast over the air, and that was quite exciting. Such a surreal experience knowing that people listened and they gave positive feedback. From what I've heard from my instructor, I've gotten six different positive feedbacks from people who have listened to it, from staff at the college. And I'd just like to thank you guys for tuning in and listening to my music show. I really appreciate it so much. And it really means a lot to me that you guys are listening through this, because I just adore every single one of you that come in on your own time and just take the time out of your day to listen to our podcast, to our content here on Griffin Radio. And yeah, fun times, guys. So I will be continuing to do podcasting even after Griffin Radio, even after all of this is over. And once we end the semester, I will still continue to produce content for you guys. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be very exciting. To me, podcasting, I don't feel that this is an assignment right now that I'm doing. I just want to be completely honest with you guys. I don't feel that this is work to me. I feel like I'm having really, really fun doing this right now and being able to express myself on an intimate medium. I'm doing this at 1 a.m. I'm recording this at 1. And I feel like this is the time. This is a perfect time to make a podcast because everything's quiet. The day is settled down. And, I'm having my cup of tea right now. We're having a good time. So it was Cinco de Mayo. I can't believe it's already May, guys. It is May. That's ridiculous. I don't know what to say. I'm just speechless right now. It's May 8. I'm recording this on May 8, early morning hours. We had just passed Cinco de Mayo. By the way, happy late Cinco de Mayo to you guys. It actually fell on Taco Tuesday. Can you believe that? Did you guys have tacos? I didn't. I'm sorry. But yeah, I hope you guys did, celebrate Cinco de Mayo. And again, I can't believe that it's May already. That's just surreal. Time flies, guys. Time flies very quickly. And in a blink of an eye, it's June. And in another blink of an eye, it's July. And next thing you know, it's my birthday on August 1st. And speaking about August and speaking about the summer, I don't know how that's going to be like this year because everything is just so uncertain right now. We're living under strange times. And I genuinely, I don't know what's going to happen this summer. I don't know if we're still going to be on lockdown or if this thing gets lifted anytime soon, which I hope I do, which I hope sooner than later, we will get back to normalcy. But anyway, going back to summer, I can't wrap my head around how we're going to continue with life after school when vacation rolls in. And to be honest with you, this kind of already felt like a vacation. It did. But it's kind of like no at the same time because you're still going to school and there's barely anything to do because you're very limited on things that you can do outside of your home. And this is just, I don't know, it's just very strange. I can't wait to see what happens this summer and see what people will do and see what will happen. Because the beaches are now slowly opening up. Of course, there are some restrictions here and there with social distancing and wearing a mask and all that. But it's different. You're wearing a mask on the beach, on an open beach where the breeze is blowing on you, but you still don't know what's in the air. And that's what's really uncertain right now. It's very weird. And I'm glad that the beaches are open. Not gonna lie, I haven't been there in a while. But I'm just glad they're back open. And I'm grateful for that. And I'm glad that people can still get their exercise and enjoy a little piece of freedom here and there. But I just hope that one day when all of these restrictions will be lifted, I just can't wait for that day. And I do look forward to that day. And I hope that you guys do too. All right, so I'm recording this on the 8th. And by the way, may the 4th be with you all. If you're a Star Wars fan, there you go. The thing is, like, when people say, oh, may the 4th be with you. I grew up in the Catholic faith. Okay, I grew up in a Catholic church. And there's this part of the service where the priest says, may the Lord be with you all, something like that. And then, he lifts his hands, in prayer. May the Lord be with you all. And then we say, and with your spirit. So that's just a natural, reaction that I say when someone says, may the 4th be with you all. It's like, oh yeah, and with your spirit. Okay, I'm just cracking myself up. But you know what I'm talking about if you're Catholic. Yes. May the 4th be with you all and with your spirit. It comes out naturally that way. That's just what I think of right away, right off the bat. All right, so enough of that. So anyway, this past week, my cousin all the way from Medina, Ohio. Can you believe that? It's a small town in Ohio. And she just gave birth to a newborn baby. So congratulations to my cousin Mahal and her husband Michael. Congratulations to you both. She gave birth to, you name it, baby Michael. Baby Michael was born last week. So congratulations to you, cuz I can't wait to meet baby Michael. Very excited for you guys. I know it's tough right now, giving birth right now during a pandemic. And I hope that you guys are happy, healthy, and safe. So, peace out to you guys over there in Ohio. And I'd like to give a shout out to my cousin, Angel. He wanted me to give him a shout out on my podcast. So here you go, Angel. If you're listening, this is a big shout out to you all the way from San Diego. So this week is Teacher Appreciation Week. This week is a great time for you to maybe call up your teacher or send them an email thanking them for what they do. And I really do appreciate my teachers through the years who have helped me and molded me to become the man who I am today. In school, still doing what I'm doing and giving it my all. And I like to thank every single teacher that I have crossed paths with since the beginning of time, since the beginning of when I began my school life, and especially Miss Mingo from Diego Valley Charter and El Cajon and Lakeside campuses. Special thanks to you, Miss Mingo. This is a big shout out to you. Thank you so much for everything. She is my high school teacher, and I went to a charter school for high school. And it's kind of like an independent study. You go on there anytime you want and you just get work done and then you go home. It's different from a traditional school. It's not like a regular public school where you go there from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Okay, this is like you go in there anytime, you get your work done and you go home. And that's kind of like my life in high school. But anyway, Teacher Appreciation Week. I appreciate all of the teachers out there. Thank you for what you do. And thank you for still continuing your classes despite the pandemic and making all these adjustments right now with online schooling. I know it's very hard doing that. And the curriculum that you mold into from face-to-face classes to immediate online classes is not easy. I've spoken to several instructors and they tell me that they have never worked so hard in their lives because of the pandemic going on right now. And it's really hard getting everything online and teaching remotely. It's a whole new challenge in 2020. But we're still able to make it happen to the best of our ability. Now, some teachers than others are struggling to learn the online experience of teaching because there are teachers out there who are old school and they prefer to teach face to face. Totally understandable. But I still appreciate every single teacher out there. So you know who you are, and thank you all for what you do. All right, guys, so moving on now. I have a little something to tell you guys. So to keep my sanity, of course, TikTok is the most popular, one of the most popular apps right now. One of the hottest apps, I should say. And I see a lot of TikTok on Instagram, on Facebook, and you know it's not just on TikTok anymore. It's spread all over, and you see it everywhere. It's even on YouTube. And at that time, I didn't download any TikTok. I'm not really into it, but I do enjoy watching other people's videos that they make. It's really interesting to see. And so a couple nights ago, I decided, you know what? That's it. I'm going to try this thing out. So I downloaded the TikTok app and I did one of the dances. I don't even know I don't even know the song of it. I don't know the name of the song, but I know the beat of it. But I did this dance. Of course, I learned it through watching all these videos, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. And you know, it's people. There are some people out there who absolutely hate TikTok. That's how I was before I downloaded it. I was like, yeah, there's no way I'm gonna do this. You know, I'm not really into it. It's more of a Generation Z type of thing. Okay, whatevs. But I tried it anyway because I was just bored and I was curious, and I was like, you know what? I'll make one of these little, you know, short clips of a video. Like Vine, for example. I think Vine was much different, but rest in peace. But anyway, TikTok, hottest thing right now. If you have a TikTok, comment below, and I'll add you. Because, you can add me too. Okay, so my TikTok name is under Gian Ramirez 96. 96 because 1996 I was born that year. So it's my first and last name and then 96. Follow me on TikTok. So far I only made one video and I haven't made anything else since because I've been busy. But when I do have open time, I do have a little fun. And I don't mind that. So my videos are public on that app. And what's really strange is that my dad sent me a message on Facebook a day after I downloaded the TikTok app, and it's a video of some guy in Congress
stating about the safety issues surrounding TikTok and how your personal information could get out there and people can see your personal information, and China gets a hold of it and all that. I'm not sure the accuracy of that information, but it is a red flag if that's the case. And I don't mean to sound like a boomer right now. I still have my TikTok. I did not delete my TikTok after that video. I still have it. But it's kind of like, I ask myself, like, what kind of information do they want from me? I mean, it's like, okay, there's my name. Okay, there's my face. It's out there. And it's kind of like there's billions of people. How are going to keep track of all these people? Like, what do they want from us? You know what I mean? And it's very strange to see that, your information could be jeopardized by just having a simple app like TikTok out there. I mean, we've had Facebook for the longest time, so we've always had our information out there for the longest time. And look where we are right now. Are you doing fine? You feel okay? Yeah, I feel fine. No one stole anything from me. I mean, I didn't post my social security number. I look, okay, sometimes you gotta have fun, but also, be careful as well. And that's fine. You can be careful too. It's up to you if you wanna delete it. But at the same time, you kind of want to have a little fun with it. But of course, safety and privacy and security is also important as well. So you are playing around here. It's this up and down again type of thing where, okay, well, here's the positives and then here's the negative of having this app. Okay, fine, it is what it is. And so that's my thing with TikTok right now is our privacy jeopardized because of that? I mean, it is a fun app and you learn a lot of cool dances and you have fun with it. And that's what, these kids have been doing all this time during quarantine. They're bored out of their minds. They're bored. So, well, what else are you going to do? We're going to make a TikTok today. Definitely. Yes. If you're bored, just make a TikTok. Okay. Totally fun. You can learn dances and all that. It's fun. It really is. And it depends because, there's haters out there too. I kind of fall in the middle. I'm not really interested in it, but I still do it anyway. And, I'm not gonna, fall into it like a trap. I'm not gonna like use it all day, every day. I can still control myself, just like putting away your phone for like 5 minutes. And that's sometimes it's hard to do for some people. So anyway, moving on now. We did say goodbye. I said goodbye to a special family that left our church. So the Sneddons. Big shout out to them. They moved to Missouri. So I hope you guys are doing well. It took them about an entire week to get there. They drove all the way there from San Diego. And the thing is, what about the Sneddon family is that they have been a long time help to our church here in Lakeside. And I want to give them a big shout out, a big thank you for helping us out with that church. They do so much with that church, and they do deserve the best. But they are still with our church family. We do have our same church campus, but in a different state, all the way in Kansas, in Middle America. So, special shout out to them, and I hope you guys do well moving into your new house. They have a beautiful home, $300,000, large piece of property, big backyard, big lake. That's the American dream right there. And for what, $300K? Okay. And that big of a home versus living here in California, it's hella expensive to live in California, man. But if you've grown up here, then you are one very lucky person like me. And I was born and raised here in San Diego. It's a beautiful city. It's just really expensive, but we still manage. And we're still living here, and we're grateful that we live here. Great weather and great beaches as well. All right, guys. So as we move on here with my podcast, thank you for listening to me. throughout this entire time. I really appreciate it. If you're bored right now, I'm sorry if I sound a little quiet, but that's fine because I'm recording this at 1 a.m. So, what else has been happening? What is up with you guys right now? Comment below what you guys have been doing under quarantine, how you guys feel about all this. I want to know what you guys are feeling. I want to see if we can relate, be on a relation level here. I want to know, are you also a student? Are you listening from out of state, from far away? Where are you listening from? All right, so anything else that has been happening, pretty much it's just been a lot of editing with videos and with our podcasts on Griffin Radio, and it's been a good run, and I'm very satisfied with what we did, and we worked hard as a team to continue what we do here at Griffin Radio and keep us on the airwaves. We have a great team here, and very grateful for everyone here on this radio station. And so we got a few more weeks left of this semester. And I just want to let you guys know that I love you guys so much for listening and tuning in. I really appreciate it. And that this will not be one of my last podcasts just because we have the last few weeks here. And I'll still be continuing what I'm doing. And so just stay tuned. Follow me on my social media and I'll keep on posting podcasts because these are fun things to do. So thank you guys so much. And we're going to continue on with our show today. And I hope you guys have fun. All right, guys. So I'm going to take a little podcast break here and present to you guys these little mini commercials that I made for Griffin Radio, and I'm going to share them with you right here on my podcast. So I made station IDs where you state the name of the station and the city of which it's broadcasting out of and the state. And I've also made liners as well. Very exciting. And I made a PSA using a script from our National Association of Broadcasters. So here we go. I'm going to present to you my liners, my IDs, and my PSA right here firsthand on the quarantine life with G-Man. Enjoy. We're going to take a little short break and I'll see you guys in a bit.
You are listening to Griffin Radio, coming to you from Grossmont College in El Cajon, California. There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message is brought to you by Griffin Radio. Are you just sitting there bored out of your mind because of the stay-at-home order? Well, get up and groove to our music. Griffin Radio. Hey there, friends. This is DJ G-Man broadcasting from the comfort of my living room, and you are listening to Griffin Radio, coming to you from Grossmont College in El Cajon, California. We are all in this together. Quarantine with us. Griffin Radio.
Hey guys, my name's Alex Alfanos. I'm a local singer-songwriter from San Diego, and you're listening to Griffin Radio.
Welcome back to the Quarantine Life with G-Man right here on Griffin Radio. I hope you guys enjoyed all of those commercials, those PSAs, those liners, those IDs. The last one was from Alex Alfanos, a local break artist in San Diego, one of our best friends in our group of friends, and he's amazing. So I'm glad that he did that ID for us, and you can hear him also on our TuneIn app. So that little bit that you heard there is also in our TuneIn app, and I listened to it today, and it was fun hearing his voice on the radio again. And I hope he's listening to it. He's on there, so he better be. All right, guys, so we're going to move on here with the show. Hope you guys are enjoying it so far. And I really appreciate it if you're listening this far into my podcast. So thanks, guys, so much. All right, we're going to move on to much more fun segments here. I'm going to take a break from what's happening at Grossmont right now with information for students. I know it's going to be a little inconvenience if you're not going to be able to get any information from me. So if you have any questions, or if you want to know more about what's happening at Grossmont, you can follow their social media platforms. You can use their website or Twitter as well. They also update that as well for any new updates and any news that's happening with the school, and with any resources that they may have. So if for more information, you can go to grossmont.edu, and in there you can view any resources or any questions that you want answered, and there are people there to help you. So good stuff over there. Great things happening at Grossmont in terms of virtual resources. Just to let you guys know, we will have summer online completely, if you guys are wondering about that. And about fall, we don't know yet for sure, but there are rumors circulating around that Grossmont will go virtually for fall this year. That is unconfirmed. I just heard that from a teacher. Not sure if that's 100% correct. Of course, I don't want to give any falsified information, but I just want to tell you guys from what I've heard is that we don't know yet if our classes will go online for fall. So it depends solely on our local government, the CDC, the World Health Organization, and in coherence with how we work with our local leaders to see if we can find a common ground here and see if we could open back up in terms of phases and in terms of the amount of cases of COVID-19, if we have completely flattened the curve, which I know we are doing a great job, so I applaud you all for doing that, staying home as much as possible. That's good. It's just that we don't know for sure, as everything is still up in the air right now. So if you're a Grossmont College student, you will receive an email saying, okay, we're going to open back up, but that's still uncertain right now at this time. I got a little scared because there is I'm sorry, I got a little mini heart attack because there is an earwig on my table. It's those little pincher bugs that keep appearing. Hold on just a sec. I just blew it off of my table. Hold on, it's coming back again. Just one moment here, folks. This is a little embarrassing. I apologize. Okay, I killed it. Sorry, rest in peace, little guy. Okay, anyway. Moving on now. Keeping things authentic here on the show, right? Anyway. I'm sorry, I'm just like making myself laugh. Got a little freak out here, and there's a bunch of little pincher bugs here. I get a little scared. I don't want to get bit. They are not poisonous, but oh my gosh, it's still alive. It's still alive. It's still alive. Oh my god. Oh my god. Please don't. Oh my god, it's still alive. I'm still crushing it with my water bottle. It's still alive. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What in the world? Sorry, I don't want to curse. I'm keeping this program family friendly as much as possible. Oh, hold on. Oh my god. That scared me. That scared me. That really scared me. I crushed that little thing, and I'm not sure if it's completely dead, but I know I crushed it because I heard that crunching sound when I crushed it with my water bottle. Wow. Okay. Anyway, moving on now, guys. That was a distraction. I apologize. So, a couple days ago, we did a special podcast with Giovanni and Sarah in the morning with a special guest named Rick Morton from Z90 100.3 FM San Diego, top 40 radio station here. And we had so much fun with him, getting to interview him. He actually interviewed us as well, so he asked questions. So we were just going back and forth, and it was a fun time. Those are like one of the nights that recording that I won't forget. Talking to a guy who has been in the industry for so long, in the radio business, and getting to talk to him in person. I wouldn't say in person physically, but talking to him over FaceTime while we're doing the podcast. It was really fun, and it was surreal. And shout out to Rick Morton. Thank you so much for being on our podcast, and I really appreciate it so much. Both me and Sarah are thrilled to have you on our current latest podcast. So if you haven't already, you can check out our YouTube page, and it'll be on there. And you can listen to it. It's about an hour long, and we don't know how we did it, but we managed. We did a great conversation, and we were just having a good time and having a genuine conversation about radio in general. And it was fun getting to learn from him and getting to know all of these little tips and tricks of how they do a show on the radio. And it's a lot of intricate details, about how to run a show. And it's not as easy as people think it is. So big shout out to Rick. Rick, you were awesome, man. If you're listening right now to my podcast, I appreciate you so much. And hope to see you soon. We are still technically interning with the station. Okay, we're still under their belt, but we can't go there because of COVID. So for the safety and the sake of precautions that they're taking, we can't go and intern physically at the station. So we're gonna do podcasting as one of our assignments that'll count as hours, and that's going to be fun, and I can't wait for you guys to listen to that as well. So stay tuned. If you follow me on social media, we will definitely I post everything on there. Every project that I do, including the commercials that I just did, are posted on there as well. You guys are updated with the latest happenings. It's really fun, and I hope that you guys can listen to Rick in our latest podcast, Giovanni and Sarah in the Morning. Cool stuff, guys. Cool stuff. All right. So anyway, I went on a drag there. I'm sorry. We were supposed to move on to our next segment, but I got sucked into this situation with this bug that's lingering here around me. But we're going to move on now to a special segment I call Tagalog Words with G-Man. Yes. Very exciting. I love this segment. I haven't done this in a while. And I usually do this with Sarah, with Giovanni and Sarah in the morning back when we were at the station. So it's basically, I'm going to be teaching you guys Filipino words because I'm from a Filipino descent. That's where my roots are from. But I was born and raised here in the United States by my parents, first generation, from the Philippines. So cool stuff, and I'm glad to be here. Proud to be an American, and also proud of my roots from the Philippines. So today, you guys are going to be learning Filipino words, or what I call Tagalog words, from G-Man, from me. All right, guys. So I made a list here of simple words in relation to the coronavirus. So I'm going to start right now with washing your hands. All right, so if you're going to say wash your hands in Filipino or Tagalog, the phrase would be, are you ready for this? You can write this down or you can rewind it if you don't get it a second time. But here it is. So to say wash your hands in Tagalog, it translates to hugasan ang kamay mo. Repeat that with me. Hugasan ang kamay mo means wash your hands in Filipino. So there you go. You can always rewind it. Our next bit of a phrase is cover your cough. So to say cover your cough in Filipino translates to takpan ang iyong ubo. Takpan ang iyong ubo. Cover your cough. Very important stuff to know during these odd times right now with viruses. Here's the next one. Stay home. Okay, so how do you say stay home in Filipino? Mananatili sa bahay. Mananatili sa bahay. So you're going to stay home and you're going to quarantine yourselves. So that's basically what it means. We'll get to the word quarantine in a bit. Our next word is social distance. How do you say social distance in Filipino? Malayo sa lipunan. Malayo sa lipunan. Social distance. And I didn't know that phrase until this whole thing came out. So there you go. All right, here we go. Quarantine. How do you say quarantine in Filipino? Cuarentina. Cuarentina. That's how you say quarantine. Sounds like curtain. That sounds like curtain in Filipino. But they do, you know what? Filipinos, they mix English into their language. So English is technically their second language. And so they don't really say quarantina that much often and that deep of the language. They just say quarantine. So that's a fun fact for you guys there. We don't really say quarantina, like, you know, we don't really get into it, but if you want to keep it simple, they just say quarantine, and they say it with an accent, of course. But those are the phrases, those are the words in relation to coronavirus. They're in the Tagalog language of the Philippines. So there you go. And mabuhay. Mabuhay to you all means I think it says mabuhay could either mean welcome, or I don't know what it is, like mabuhay, like best of luck to you, or I don't even know what I'm saying right now. I don't even know if that's what it means. But when you go into the airplane and you take one of our Filipino airlines, we have numerous Filipino airlines, but they say mabuhay means welcome. So they're welcoming you like into your home, or welcoming you into the family. And that's what it is. It's just a welcome thing. And it's really sweet. It is. And it feels at home when someone says that. So those are Tagalog words with G-Man right here on The Quarantine Life. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yay! All right, guys. So I'm going to move on to our next segment now. This is fun. I really like this. It is my favorite song playlist right now. So I take the top, 5 to 10 songs that I'm currently listening to, and I'm going to share them with you guys. So if you guys are looking for new songs to listen to and get the groove in, then you can definitely look into these songs if you haven't heard them already, and you guys can listen to them. And bear in mind that some of these songs are already like part of my music show playlist on the TuneIn app. So if you listen on Saturdays, you will hear some of these songs play on in my music show. So stay tuned for that. All right, here we go. First song, Wildflower by 5 Seconds of Summer. Now that song, when I first heard that song, I actually played, I think Five Sauce premiered the video that day. This was before the quarantine went out, but I remember they released the music video, and that was the first time I listened to their song. And I gotta say, I wasn't very into it the first time, but once the song ended the first time, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna play this again because it sounded good. So I was like, okay, you know what, let's do this again. So I played the song again, and I was like, wow, this song is really catchy, really poppy, and I just love it. I love it a lot, and I love 5 Seconds of Summer. I've seen them twice already, and I missed out on them once at the beginning when they were touring with One Direction. So great band. They've improved drastically over time. They I don't even know if that's even the right word to say. They improved wholeheartedly with their music, and I really enjoy listening to their music now. Their latest album, called Calm, CALM. If you haven't listened to their album, please do. That is a big recommendation from me, and their music is fire. And I'm telling you, they really improved so much since the beginning, and I'm so proud of those boys. Really, really proud of them. If you don't know who they are kind of like a pop punk band from Australia. There's 4 of them, and they're really hot. So if you're a girl out there, you're looking for someone, then I was like, "What? You're looking for someone?" Well, sorry, some of them are taken already, but I'm sorry. But yeah, they're it's a really hot band from Australia, and yeah, give them a try, give them a listen if you haven't listened to their songs yet. You might have heard them on the radio. All right, they sang Young Blood on the radio. If you haven't heard that on mainstream yet, it's there. You might have heard it. You may have came across it at some point. All right, I'm gonna move on now. Taking long on this one here. Sorry, guys. All right, so the next song that I really love right now is "Take Yourself Home" by Troye Sivan. Now, Troye, from the beginning, I've been following this boy, this gay boy, from the beginning. When he started his career, he released that song called "Youth." Like, my youth is yours. So he released a song in 2015, 2014, something like that. I really got into that. That's when I first knew him, and he has grown so much as an artist, and I respect him so much. He is amazing. His song "Take Yourself Home," he wrote that song during quarantine, and in little time he was able to compose a song. Can you believe that? In like less than a week, and he released it within the second week, and it's fire. It really is. I really love that song. Give it a try if you haven't heard that song. I included that in my playlist. I don't know if they're going to replay it again, but it's part of my music show as well. Troye Sivan, really talented young man, and I really enjoy his music as well. And he supports the LGBT community, and he's part of it as well. So we're rooting for him. So kudos for him on that. And just give him a try if you haven't listened to his songs yet. Of course, his songs have been on the radio for quite a while now, so I would say it's merely impossible for you to not listen to him, because you might have heard his songs. And he also collabed with numerous artists as well. Let's see here. All right, moving on now, guys. The next song that I'm going to share with you is pretty much, I'm going to share with you guys a band. They're not really a band, but they're kind of like a singing / dancing group that I am obsessed with at this time. They're called Now United. Yeah, Now United. It is a 14 person group that dances and sings at the same time, and each member of that group represents their own country. So if you search these guys online, all right, they're a mix of girls and guys, and if you search them up, like they each wear, like, you know, a symbol of their country, their country's flag, and it's just really cool to see that their music is kind of like, I would say it's like you feel like you're on a tropical beach. Like, that's how it feels like. That's what their music feels like. It has that summer vibe to it. And I really strongly suggest listening to them and giving them a try as well. They're called Now United. They're all really attractive. And they're so great. They're great at dancing. They're great at singing. And they were created by Simon Fuller. So let's not get mistaken by Simon Fuller versus Simon Cowell, okay? Can we just get to that really quick? So Simon Cowell he's the judge on American Idol. Simon Fuller, on the other hand, is a whole different guy. He's the one who created Now United, and I don't know, I just love that band. I just love that group so much, and I suggest it 100%. All right, moving on now, guys. This next artist that I really like, that I'm just sharing with you, is AJ Mitchell. Now, I don't know if you know this guy, but he's I think he's like 19, 20, or still he 18. I don't know what age he is, but he's young, and basically, like, I to be honest with you, I think he's underrated. Like, he deserves more attention out there. It's just that he's underrated, but his songs are fire. He just released a new music video called Unstoppable. If you haven't heard that, please do search him up, AJ Mitchell, Unstoppable. And he has other songs as well that he collabed with. He also collabed with Ava Max. Oh my god, I love Ava Max. The one who has like half of her hair is long and the other half is cut. Yeah, I love her as well. Ava Max. So he collabs too. He's a really talented young man, and he can hit the high notes really good. He can just listen to his music, and watch his videos. Really interesting. How his story all came about. You know, growing up in a small town in Ohio, and now he lives in LA, and he's living the dream. Good for him. You know, good for him on his side. You know, even though he's underrated, like, I do wish him the best, and believe me, he's probably going to be the next big thing right now. Okay, you know, there's Justin Bieber, there's Shawn Mendes. Next, there's going to be AJ Mitchell. This will be the very first AJ Mitchell that you'll ever hear. So, you heard it here firsthand before he becomes famous and before he blows up. I'm just going to tell you guys right now, right off the bat, that he's still kind of a little secret, if you will. So, shout out to AJ Mitchell. Oh, here's a fun fact. You know, I was going to attend one of his concerts in North Park in San Diego, in a small church venue. But that was canceled. Unfortunately, his gig had to be moved to another date, and that was disappointing because I wanted to meet him, and so I paid for a VIP ticket so I can meet AJ because I'm a huge fan of his. But unfortunately, he had to cancel the show for some reason. Very disappointing, but I got my money back. It's just that, oh man, I would have met him. It would have been the best $60 that I spent on VIP ticket just to meet AJ Mitchell. He's a great guy and great personality. All right, guys, we're going to move on now to another favorite artist of mine. He is going to be a father. I don't know where to begin with this. Zayn Malik from One Direction. He's going to be a dad now. In a few months, Gigi Hadid, his wife, is going to be giving birth to their very first daughter. So congratulations to them. Oh, I guess so happy for them. At the same time, I'm like, oh man, these boys are growing up so fast. They're already becoming dads. I mean, Louis is a dad. Who else is a dad? Liam's already a dad. And now Zayn. At least we still have Harry and Niall. They're still little babies, and they haven't made babies yet, but they're not dads yet. But yeah. Anyway, Zayn's gonna be a dad, so congrats to him and Gigi. What's really interesting, what I notice is that this is gonna be one special baby. Not everyone can say, oh hey, my dad's Zayn from One Direction. My mom is Gigi Hadid. Not everyone gets to say that. Not everyone's gonna say, "Oh, my auntie is Taylor Swift, Tay Tay Swift." Okay. By the way, they're all good friends, so Taylor's gonna be an auntie. Okay, this is surreal. This is gonna be one lucky daughter that they're gonna have, and she's gonna be so blessed. I can't believe that. I can't wrap my head around that. How much support that she's gonna be surrounded with her celebrity parents, and with their success and all that. That's really cool. If you think about it, I don't know, but anyway, going back to my favorite song playlist, "Cruel," by Zayn Malik. Listen to that song. I don't know. I think like some of his songs are kind of like sexual and dirty, but if you can handle it, then good for you. I enjoy his songs. It's just that there some of them are very sexual, so I don't want to get too into that. But he is one talented young man, so shout out to Zayn. Love Zayn. Actually, Zayn is my favorite out of One Direction. I mean, of course, all of them are my favorite. It's just that we all have our little own favorites, and Zayn is definitely one of them. And although he is kind of shy, he still genuinely cares about his band members, Harry, Liam, Niall, and Louis. So I'm also really, really hoping for a One Direction comeback. I am. I can't wait for that. And I have a really strong feeling that it's going to happen either this year or next year. Probably not this year because of the COVID thing, but definitely probably next year. They're going to reunite, and they're going to make a comeback. I can feel it. There's already like signs up in the air about that. And I'm just so excited because I love One Direction so much. And I've been to one of their concerts at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, back in 2013. I can't believe it. How many years has that been? It's been like 7 years or 6 or 7 years since I've seen them in concert. That's surreal. I even saw it with my brother because my brother and I are huge fans of One Direction. Right now they're on quote unquote hiatus. This is the longest hiatus I've ever encountered. Okay. This isn't a hiatus. They you know what my theory is? They just said hiatus just so they don't break the hearts of the Directioners. Technically I think they're still kind of like they're still together, they're still connected. It's just that they had to move on with their separate lives and have them live their life for now until they can reunite again on better terms, under better conditions. And so I'm excited and I'm happy for all of them. And I can't wait for the reunion. All right, guys. So going back to my playlist. Sorry, I went on a tangent there. I went on a tangent. I'm sorry. My last favorite song on this list right here is War Paint. War Paint by Fletcher. So Fletcher is a female artist. Love her. Oh, God, love her voice. She's also beauty as well. Really beautiful young lady. And one of her songs called War Paint. It's been around for a while, but I went back to it. It's kind of like a comeback where you search the songs of the past that you were into and you get into the groove of it again. So this song's been around for quite a few years now, but it's called War Paint by Fletcher. And there's also a remix of her song as well. And I don't know, I just love that song. It's so high energy, gets you pumped up and ready for the day. And it makes you, it makes you strong as an individual, and it gets you ready. It's kind of like, it's war paint. So it's kind of like, you're joining the military. It'll kind of feel like you're joining the military when you're hearing that song and you're on the front lines and you need to put the war paint on your face. That's how it feels like. So give her a listen. Fletcher, really talented young lady as well. Really respect her so much, and huge shout out to her as well. So those are all of my favorite songs currently on my playlist. I just want to add quickly Madison Beer. If you haven't listened to her yet, people are now loving her. Before, people used to hate her. Haters. Oh, I hate haters. Please don't hate on Madison Beer. She's very sweet. I met her in person. Okay, I had a picture with her. Really sweet young lady. And listen to her songs as well. I think it's called, I forgot what that song is called. I just blanked out, but just search Madison Beer on YouTube. Listen to her songs. They are amazing. And yeah, she has improved as an artist over time. She has. To be honest with you, she wasn't the best singer at first, but right now she's at the top of her game right now, and I'm really proud of her. So shout out to you, Madison. Good for you. Good for you. All right, guys. So I'm going to take a quick little break right now, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Stay tuned.
You are listening to Griffin Radio, coming to you from Grossmont College in El Cajon, California. There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message is brought to you by Griffin Radio. Are you just sitting there bored out of your mind because of the stay-at-home order? Well, get up and groove to our music. Griffin Radio. Hey there, friends. This is DJ G-Man broadcasting from the comfort of my living room, and you are listening to Griffin Radio, coming to you from Grossmont College in El Cajon, California.
Hey guys, my name's Alex Alfanos. I'm a local singer-songwriter from San Diego, and you're listening to Griffin Radio.
Hey guys, welcome back to the program right here in the Quarantine Life on Griffin Radio with G-Man. This is my 4th podcast, and thank you guys so much if you have reached this point of my podcast. Really appreciate it so much. And before I end my podcast for today, I just want to give some words of encouragement to you all if you've been feeling a little of anxiety right now with everything that's been going on. Maybe you feel worried, or maybe you just feel anxious and you don't know what's happening because of everything that's pretty much unpredictable at this time. And I totally feel you right now. To be honest with you, I felt anxiety sometimes at some parts of the day. I'm just like, I'm a little worried. At times I'm like, oh my gosh, like what's gonna happen? I don't know what's gonna happen a day from now, a week from now, a month from now, and everything that's going on. It's just so crazy. Like I can't wrap my head around it. All I gotta say is, guys, we are all in this together. First of all, this is a global thing, so you're not going through this alone. And I totally feel you right now. If you feel that way, I just want to let you know that there's also someone like me who feels the same exact way as you're feeling. And I use podcasting as a sense of clarity, as a sense of really, I wouldn't say exposing. I use it as a way of kind of like journaling. You know what I mean? It's kind of like letting out how I feel, and feeling a sense of normalcy. Because to me now, I think podcasting is now normalcy to me because I've been doing it for the past couple months now. And this has really helped me get through that anxiety. So I encourage you to maybe pick up a journal. Do a little something to keep yourself busy. And if you're a person of faith, or you don't necessarily have to be, but I pray a lot. I do pray a lot. And we're going to get through this together as one. Together as one, united as a nation and united as the whole entire world. We will get through this, and I have faith in the process, and this too shall pass. There's a saying that I learned from my pastor, and I'm sharing this with you personally on a personal level. I would rather have faith over fear. Having faith is the best thing that you could ever have right now, and fear is a total opposite. Fear leads to anxiety and worry. There's nothing that you can be worried about right now. I know there's a lot happening, and the future is uncertain, but hang in there. Hang in there. Everything will be okay. I know it's easy to say by word of mouth, but if you believe in positivity, and if you believe in change, that better things are to come, then it is what it is. Better things will come. And it's really hard to say right now. It's I don't know like how else to put this, but it is a tough time out there right now. There are people who are unemployed, and there are people out of jobs, and there are people who have probably been affected by the virus and all that. Maybe they were scared with COVID, with everything that's happening, with positive results coming back, saying, "Oh my gosh, they have it." I don't know. It's just there's a lot going on, but I just want to say that you are loved, and that I love you guys so much for listening, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in and listening to our podcast, listening to our content. You wouldn't believe how much it means to us, and I just wanted to let you guys know about that. Okay, guys, so I am reaching overtime right now, but for now I'm just gonna promote some of what we're doing right now. On Saturday, we're going to have a student Saturday. So you're going to hear all of our content on the TuneIn app this coming Saturday and every other Saturday, supposedly after that. So I'll still continue to post content. And even after the semester is over, I'm still willing to produce content for the station because I love this station so much. So right now, if you haven't listened to Charisse and Thomas's podcast called Griffin Goalpost, if you are into sports, if you want to hear any sports news that's happening currently right now, you can listen to them. We don't really emphasize sports that much in our newscasts, although we do say, oh yeah, we also report on sports. Charisse and Thomas take care of that. So if you want to hear about sports in particular, you can listen to their podcast. Nicole, Manny, and Daniela, they release their show called The Vault. They just released a current one right now, just a few hours ago on the 8th of May. So listen to their podcast. Really cool and random things that they do on the show they talk about, and they're fun to listen to. You could also listen to DJ Iz. He will be releasing a new name of his podcast called It Is What It Is, so stay tuned for that. You can also listen to his podcast called The Social Distance. So that's really cool that he's been really working hard on his podcast, and I do enjoy listening to his podcast too. So if you haven't, give him a listen as well. Also, G-Man's playlist is on the TuneIn app, so my playlist will be played on the TuneIn app. If you just listen and keep that as your radio station for the day, you could potentially hear me on there. So that's exciting that we are back on the TuneIn app and we're back streaming. Also, stay tuned for more Giovanni and Sarah podcasts. We'll be doing more for these last few weeks, and it's been a good run so far, and we hope that we can do more in the future as well. So be sure to watch our latest episode with Rick Morton, our special guest from Z90. Also, comment below your name and where you're listening from so you can get a shout out, or you can DM us on Instagram for a shout out as well. Please also state where you're listening from as well, so that we get a good idea of who is listening and where they're listening from. And it makes a huge difference, so thank you. Also, like and subscribe if you haven't already. You turn on post notifications so that you can receive the latest videos that we post on here, right when it gets posted, you'll get a notification, and you'll be, of course, one of the first to listen to it. So that's a plus. Also, our website is www.grossmont.edu/griffinradio, and feel free to contact us, talk to us, or just simply say hi at gradiostation119@gmail.com. Again, that's gradiostation119@gmail.com. You can follow us on Instagram at Griffin Radio SD. Griffin Radio SD. Follow us on Facebook, or like us on Facebook, rather. That's Griffin Radio or Griffin Radio SD. You can search that in the search bar, and we post all of our content there as well. Every new video, we also advertise it on our social media platforms. So Sarah is the one who takes care of all that. So shout out to Sarah, our social media manager. Also, Twitter. You can follow us on Twitter. We rarely post anything on there, but it would be nice if you guys give us a follow. It would really mean a whole lot to us if you did. It's G_radio SD. Again, it's G_radio SD. And of course, as I've said, we are back streaming on the TuneIn app. However, we are not live on it. It's all recorded programming. But until then, it's all just mainly YouTube and podcasting for now. So we do recommend you to stay here on YouTube and continue to listen to our content on here as well. All right, guys. So I hope you enjoyed my 4th podcast of the quarantine life with G-Man right here on Griffin Radio. And I hope you have a great rest of your week. Stay safe, wash your hands, keep your distance, enjoy nature, and stay happy as much as you can during this time. All right, guys. Peace out, Griffins.